It is never my intention on this channel to be doom and gloom. And you know my personality. I am an optimist and I am enthusiastic, and I do enjoy bringing good news, but I'm also going to bring you real news. So I'm thinking that maybe Barron's watched my video yesterday afternoon, because here's their headline today: the Fed's soft landings in view, why Russia, Saudi Arabia may crash it. Not only that headline, but pretty much that's all that anybody's talking about this morning, is the price of oil and its impact on interest rates, because the 10-year bond is, and the 5-year and the 2-year, the 2-year and the 2-month are all up this morning. That's what everybody's talking about. Well, I guess I was ahead of it again, and I'm sad to say that this is the biggest thing going on. So for months, I've been bringing you daily updates on oils and bonds, because I think it's really the most critical part of where the world is right now, given the inflation story. So that's why we talk about it all the time. Saudi Arabia does have the potential to undo everything that the U.S. has worked so hard to achieve in the past 18 months with regard to inflation, but there is nothing from the White House right now. There is not a word. Apparently, the president is meeting with Saudi Arabia at some international meeting, but there's no talk about what that they're even going to talk about oil. That's not what the purpose of the meeting is. Maybe they'll bring it up. But it's very concerning to me that there's absolutely no leadership, zero leadership right now with regard to this oil. 30% increase in the price of a barrel of oil in weeks. All right. There's as I said in the headline, there's CT announcement, should be any minute, in my opinion. But as I mentioned, there's rumors now saying that maybe it's going to be put off. Well, I told you we have to have some levity. All right, let's move along. This is Randy Kirk. If you like the morning show, hit like, hit subscribe, hit notify. Of course, later on this afternoon, I will be giving you the midweek review, the analysis, as I do every Wednesday afternoon. And then, of course, you want to make sure that you're notified of that. That's why you hit notify. You want to, of course, join Patreon. Thank you so much. We've had several folks joining up on Patreon this week, and maybe it has to do with this amazing gift that I have right now if you join Patreon. All right. From CNBC, however, with Saudi Arabia and Russia's oil supply cuts, there's a danger that the previous months of low inflation might be an outlier. After the news broke, October contracts for West Texas Intermediate rose to $86.68 per barrel, and November contracts for Brent hit over $90 a barrel, the highest level for both in 10 months. By the way, the Truflation numbers are down slightly this morning, so that's good, but that's because everything else is coming into line with regard to the hopes and dreams that we've had to get inflation under control. They go on to say, rising oil prices really feeds into the story about inflation, said Bill Mers, head of capital market research at U.S. Bank Wealth Management. And the story about inflation feeds into bond yields and the story about the Fed and what the Fed is going to do. So bond yields, last time I looked this morning, were down just a teeny tiny bit, but they're over that 2.2 inflection point that I've been talking about. Well, after the International Monetary Fund sharply downgraded the United Kingdom's economic growth projections because of its, I think this is actually China's projections because of its sales volumes. It is losing. Saudi Arabia, okay. I'm very sorry. I don't have time to cut this or change this if you want to see it this morning, so just excuse my getting it all confused. After the International Monetary Fund sharply downgraded the Saudi Arabian economic growth projections because of its sales volumes, they need to get oil back up to over $100 a barrel to cover Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman's spending projects. That was according to Bloomberg. So As I noted in yesterday's episode about oil, the Saudi move has even greater ramifications for the difficult economic situations both Europe and China. Thus, the dollar is up this morning. I've always had mixed feelings about the dollar being up, as it helps my nationalistic fervor to feel good that the dollar is up, but it also has, and it means that, imports are cheaper. It means that you can travel more cheaply overseas. On the other hand, it hurts our exports, and long-term is probably not that good if it gets out of control. All right, the oil impact also, this impacts Tesla as well. You might think, well, it helps because, Tesla folks will buy more Teslas if they have to pay more for gas at the pump. And that would be true. And I went into that in depth with that story yesterday. Folks will be more inclined to buy an EV. However, if it crushes the world economy or causes out of control inflation or increases interest rates, none of those are good for Tesla. So on the Tesla front, Tesla had this to say, Teslarati had this to say: reviewers seem to have reached a consensus on the new Tesla Model 3 thus far. With the Highland update, Tesla has made an already stellar car even better. And that's what I'm seeing. Every single review just goes on and on about how good the new Model 3 Highland is. So on this very slow news day, I thought I would give you something to smile about. I'm going to share my screen here. You know, this is always a challenge for me. Just a second here, share screen. Why do I have so much trouble with this? All right, I'm hoping you can see this now. This is the new Mercedes, their new concept car. Now, it kind of looks like a Tesla on the overall shape, except for that front. Are you seeing this front here? Are you seeing this horrible? And by the way, this all lights up in kind of a star pattern, and they have stars on the roof in the glass, embedded in the glass, and these stars light up to the wheel covers are just about, I'm not sure, the lights are, you see the little Mercedes thing and the lights, and this is supposed to be the Mercedes six-pointed star, which is supposed to be iconic. I'm sorry, this is about the ugliest thing I've ever seen until I show you the interior. Please, in the comments below, let me know, am I all alone on this? This is a Mercedes. This looks like a Disney-esque version of something at Futurama, where somebody's gone crazy and starting to think that maybe the future is going to be a neon, going back to the neons of the 20s. And that's really, I don't know, in this front, it's the whole thing. I'm sorry. Let me know, comments. Maybe you think it's great. I could be wrong. All right. And then this is the other big news of the day. This apparently is in China, this is a Tesla combined with McDonald's promotion, and that is a cyber spoon. So anyway, this is where the news is today. We're all about these oddball things. So I'm not sure. Again, a very slow news day, and when you have a slow news day, you never know what might pop up. Let's see, there's more news. There's more. So also they're talking about the fact that Elon borrowed a cool $1 billion from SpaceX to help with his Twitter purchase. Of course, folks are trying to make something out of this. So, it is also, being brought up as a big news story. So where does the market stand right now? So the Insider has, of course, been arguing that the Model 3, that the Cybertruck might be late coming to market. This is a headline that maybe it's going to be put off again. They had absolutely no news to substantiate that. They used old news about Elon's statement the other day that it needs to be really, really tight specs. And, there was absolutely nothing new to substantiate their headline that the CT might be put off again. But I do believe, because that is a headline and that is running right now, that probably is exacerbating the fact that Tesla would be down already in this difficult market today. The market is down, and not unsurprisingly. So let's take a look at where things are right now. The Dow is down 101, NASDAQ down 40, S&P down 13. Those would be in percentages: 0.29 for the Dow, 0.29 also for the NASDAQ. Interesting. And S&P down 0.3. That's crazy for them to all three be kind of exactly the same percentage down. But Tesla is overstaying, since it was up so much yesterday. Of course, if the market is going to be down this strongly today, then Tesla is going to be strong down 744 to just under 250. I would expect that. In fact, it's already turning just a little bit. I don't think that that's where it's going to end today. I think it will pull back up. Do I think it'll get back into positive? That would be a stretch for a difficult day, unless there was some good news later today. And there isn't really any news that we know of that's coming along. But I think it'll be well back into the 250s for sure. That is my thinking. All right, let's take a look at these other numbers. What we have here is, we have, if my computer would go a little faster, we have the Bitcoin still in the 25s. We have the dollar, as I mentioned, up strongly. We have gold dropping again, but not that much. It's about 1950. We have oil up again. It was down earlier this morning. No, now it's going back up again. It's at $86.88. Brent is over 90 still. And then we've got bonds down a little tiny bit, but still at 2.52, way over the 2.2 level that I've told you to watch for. Now, people are saying it might get back to 5% on the 10-year. I doubt that, but if oil keeps going up, anything is possible. Let's take a look at the 2-month is also up at 5.4, and the 2-year is up at 4.953. Getting over 5 is always my worry there. On the 2-month, getting over 5.5 is the concern. And of course, on the 10-year, getting over 5 would be crazy. By the way, the inversion continues to be strong, as we've been reporting for a very, very long time. All right, that's where we stand at the end of the morning. As I mentioned, be sure to watch the show later today, where we do the midweek recap. And I've got something for the midday. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do yet. That's unusual for me. I usually do. Okay, remember, we've got this little baby right here. You're definitely going to want to get one of these. Check out the box. I mean, when you give this as a gift, it is going to be like giving somebody an Apple product. I've been keep coming up with ways you can use these up at your cabin, on the boat, on your plane. You should always keep one of these on your airplane. I've got one, don't you? No, I don't have one. Anyway, and in the cooler where you take it wherever you go, there's so many uses for these. And I'm seeing, again, multiple people buying 2 or more of these. So thank you for the orders, whether you're doing it because you really want one, and you know you do, or whether you're just supporting the channel, or both. All of that is really, really appreciated. Remember, these are $25. You can do that by just sending it to my PayPal. The PayPal information will be down below in the description. So just jump down there. Now, if you don't want to pay the $25, then you can join Patreon. You've wanted to do that anyway. You've wanted to support the channel. You want to be seen as a producer of the channel. And we have a lot of fun, a lot of conversations there on Patreon that we don't have elsewhere. And of course, I do have unique stuff that I put up there. And sometimes I put up shows early, a day or two ahead of time, that you can see there before everybody else sees them. So join Patreon at the $10 level, and kaboom, you get one of these for free. All right. I think I have exhausted everything I needed to talk to you about today. So it's been great talking to you.